It's very interesting taking on the role of editorial director at National Geographic Books, which is based in Washington, D.C. It's a 125-year-old organization, and I was named the editorial director in the fall of 2013. We largely do illustrated books. We're known and famous for our photography. We do big illustrated reference books on science and history, religion now, and we've just embarked on expanding our brand to do things I've had more experience with, which is self-help and gift books and women's books and kind of high concept, fun information books. So what's been really interesting, and so many people ask, how did you make this huge transition, and a little bit what lessons are there? I think knowing what your book is, I call it knowing the it of your book. And I talk about this all the time with my staff and teams. What is it? Who are we trying to reach? Is it a small gifty book that you could give to anybody and it's under $20? Is it a big comprehensive book and we want state-of-the-art information and photography and maps? Is it a great read that you're going to read from beginning to end and you need that narrative drive and you need to think about it? And it helps you understand what your cover should be, what your title should be, what the tone and the voice and the editing should be, and where it would go. And now that I'm the editorial director and I oversee our design team as well as our editors, does this book belong in Urban Outfitter? Does it belong, in a business section of a bookstore? Does it belong, with all the genre fiction on Amazon and the ebook, specialty booksellers? If you know the it of your book, it will shape the rest of it. And you've got to get honest with yourself. It's not the world telling you, oh, I'm doing something so artistic, nobody understands, I'm doing something different. If your audience doesn't understand what it is and you can't describe it, it really gets in the way of positioning your book. So that's universal. What's unique is that we do these highly illustrated books and we have to do them simply. So you want to make sure if you're doing your own book and self-publishing that you don't get too fancy schmancy and you have smart design, clear design, you have a cover that's readable in a small size. The basics are what you need to stick with. And if you have a clear image, clear type, and a title that makes sense for your book, the right tone and the right voice, as I said, that fits the it. So all the pieces work together. Another thing I say is putting the Spanx on, like a girdle, like all the pieces have to go together, and make it tight. That's going to help you with every single step from the editing to the writing to the marketing to the launch plan and telling the story of your book. So, readers and people who want to publicize it can help you do that.
Thank you for listening. Please review our other available content for help writing, publishing, and marketing your book. If you have any questions about the Author Learning Center, please contact us by email at authorsupport@authorlearningcenter.com.